Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ba'd. If you're one of those Muslims who has marriage problems, you have issues with your spouse, or they have issues with you, before actually thinking about divorce, or actually going to see a marriage counselor, Muslim marriage counselor, you need to do Ruqya diagnosis, just to make sure that your problem has got nothing to do with jinn or sihr. Because if your problem is to do with jinn or sihr, then the marriage counselor is not going to really help you. This problem would need to be dealt with by somebody who deals with Ruqya. Okay? When you do your Ruqya diagnosis, you should first check for jinn possession. You should first check for the sihr of divorce. Now, it might be that when you check for the sihr of divorce, if you have that, okay, fine, you go look for that treatment. But sometimes what could happen actually is that you're negative for the sihr of divorce. So the person, one of the ways Iraqis do this is they read ayah 102 on the person, and the person doesn't react. Ayah 102 of Surah Baqarah, and the person doesn't react, because that's supposed to do, that deals with the sihr of divorce. Or the other way I teach it is actually just read with the intention. Use the ayah in Surah Falaq, ayah number 4 in Surah Falaq, and you read with the intention of asking Allah to show you if you have the sihr of divorce. Now, if that's negative, does it mean that you're clear that the problem cannot be caused by jinn on that? No, it could be still, the issue could still be a spiritual disease. So the next thing the person should do, if that was negative, check for jinn possession. Because you could have a jinn there which is causing a problem. This jinn could be a jinn which is in love with you, an ashaq jinn, could be in love with one of the spouses, and that could be causing a problem. Okay, and it's trying to cause a divorce, so the jinn can have the spouse to himself or herself. Okay, so check for jinn possession, because that type of jinn possession, you won't react to sihr or divorce, but the person will react to jinn possession, and that jinn possession could be what is actually causing the problem. And then if the person has that jinn possession, and then what we can do actually even a further specific diagnosis to ask Allah to show them if the jinn possession that they suffer from is causing the marital problems. Okay. If that's negative, so let's say for instance that is negative for jinn possession, then what else could we do? Could there be any other problems causing this problem? Yes, there could be. The person could have ain, okay, and that's what's caused the marriage problems, where the person maybe the ain has made the person impotent, so they can't have any relations with their family, and that's what's actually caused the problem. Okay, either for the female or for the male, there's no interest in having intimacy. Okay, and that could be caused by the ain, and then that itself causes the marriage problems. You see, another issue of ain could be to do with the person doesn't loses the love for their spouse, and that again because maybe somebody was surprised or amazed and gave them evil eye because how much the spouse loved the other spouse, and then what happens? The person just becomes numb. One of the spouses become numb because they receive this evil eye, and they become numb, and then they don't feel love for their spouse anymore. You see, that can happen. It's the same with hasad as well, because hasad is a type of ain. So somebody could become impotent through the hasad, and somebody could lose the love, become numb, and lose the love for their spouse as well. That's possible. But if you're negative for those things, what else can we do? Is there anything else which could cause the problem? Yes, another spiritual disease could cause a problem, and that could be waswas conditioning. So the person might be clear for sihr of divorce, clear for jinn possession, clear for ain or hasad, but what they have is waswas conditioning from the qareen, which everybody has. Now that evil qareen, although it is not a spiritual disease, and it doesn't react to ruqya, and it doesn't need any treatment, it's not a spiritual disease. It doesn't need ruqya. It's something which is part of our nature. Allah created us and gave us this qareen to test us with. It's there. Just like we have an angel as well, which is with us as well, to give us good thoughts. Okay? This qareen, sometimes it can cause yawning. We know that it can cause yawning, but what we've also found out is that it can cause waswas conditioning. It could give you so much waswas for someone to divorce their wife that the person, if the person's not doing their protection adhkar, that they can actually get psychologically conditioned, or what I call waswas conditioning, and that itself can cause problems, and it could cause marital problems. That waswas conditioning. So the person is left with this condition, this feeling of wanting to hate his wife, or wanting to divorce the wife, or the sister wanting to divorce her husband. You see, so that's possible, and that could be. You can have that with jinn possession, you can have it without jinn possession. You see, and that's one, actually, that last one, this waswas condition, is one which many people don't check for, sadly. So there are a lot of psychological problems, a lot of issues out there with people who are suffering from waswas condition, but they don't know it, because most Ruqyas, what they will check for is sihr, ain, hasad, jinn possession, and they don't check for this one, which I call the fourth spiritual disease. Now, for more information on waswas condition, you can read my article, The Waswas from the Possessing Jinn. So that's basically what people have to do if they're having marital problems. Okay, you have to do that Ruqya diagnosis initially, first of all, before going to see the counsellor. Okay, I hope that's clear.